All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is March 22nd, 2023. We're going to have a awesome day of trading today. Most likely going to be a little bit quiet because we have some FOMC minutes coming out later today, so it might be a bit of a choppy day, but nonetheless, we'll find something to trade. We'll make sure we're following our plan, practicing that proper money management. If you're new, the stream will go something like this. I'm going to start off with the bias of the markets. We're going to look at the SPY and the QQQ, determine which way we think the markets are going to head today. After that, we're going to review the top stock watch list. This list is on the right-hand side of the screen right here. We got long ideas are in green, short ideas are in red. Once we finish reviewing this list, it will be time to start day trading live. Market will be open at that time, so we will begin day trading. Well, once you yeah, be sure that you're always following proper money management, guys. Remember, this is a very challenging business. You're not going to get rich quick. You're not going to earn while you learn. In order to succeed, you first have to last. And the only way you're going to last in this business is if you practice proper money management. If you're new, you should never be risking more than $5 to $10 per trade. As you gain experience and consistency, then you can incrementally raise your risk. And as always, make sure you type any questions, comments, concerns into the chat box. I will answer them as soon as possible. And one last thing, guys, remember we are live each and every day the market is open. So be sure to stop on in, check out the stream, check out the website, langtrading.com, as well as the Discord community listed below. All right, now we got the fundamentals taken care of. Let's get into some trading, guys. Let's do it. It's been a minute, had a couple days off, ready to get back at it. Coming back at FOMC day, so not the best day to come back, but you know what? We're gonna make work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it do. So let's take a look at this market real fast here. All right, so we got the SPY gapping not at all, Q's not at all either. So we got a very narrow range day on our hands. Looking like it's going to be quiet. We're kind of in this range between like 400 and like 395 on the SPY. So I'm expecting just a lot of chop, a lot of nothing, honestly, until FOMC minutes. It's usually how this works out. It's just going to be a quiet, choppy morning. FOMC is getting released at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So up until that point, most likely not going to be a whole lot of action. If you do end up finding a trade, I will definitely be managing out of that before FOMC. So you don't want to hold anything through FOMC. You can very easily get whipped around, catch some slippage that you don't want to deal with. So just be mindful of that when you're trading this morning. Just be mindful of that news event we got coming out. Be mindful of how it's going to impact the market and your trades. So nonetheless, we do have some pretty decent gaps. This first one up is ETNB. It's a health biotech company. This is a pretty big gap, guys. 33%. That's a little bit intimidating, honestly, because it's just a large gap. It is a very nice gap on this daily chart, gapping over like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red bars over multiple pivots into a void. So it is a nice gap, but it is a big gap. Lower price stock, so the big gaps aren't as big of a deal, but still, be mindful of the big gap. Might be a little bit tired. We'll keep an eye on it though. So ETNB top stock there, and then OLLI, guys. This is probably my favorite gap of the day. It is another one that's gapping up a little bit much, 16%. That's getting to that range where we're like, it's a little bit extended, But really nice on the daily chart, clearing this whole pivot area right here. Into this next void, should have easy room up to about $63. So keep an eye on that Ollie. This is probably going to be one of my top watches today. Next up is CVNA, another one with a big gap, guys, 28%. It's a little bit worrisome, but it is, again, a lower price stock, so this thing can move a little bit. And the market is open, guys. So market's open. Make sure you're following your trading plan, always practicing proper money management. I'm going to keep going down through this list because I'm going to trade on 5-minute charts. So I got another 5 minutes or so here. So, all right, next up is Wolf, WOOF. This one's gapping down pretty nicely under this pivot right here. Should have easy room down to about $9. It's a gap, an earnings related gap. So we should. This is probably my favorite idea on the short side. What I'm trying to say, I guess. So yeah, watch the Wolf short. LAZR is another one that's pretty solid, gapping under these moving averages on the daily chart, right at this little bit of support at this $7 area, as you can see on the hourly chart. Got a little hiccup right here, so if we get under $7, I like it. Should have room down to about 6. So keep an eye on the laser short. Next up is Nike. This one was gapping under the green bar. Now it's gapping not as good, honestly. It's already moving up quite a bit. Didn't quite open under that green bar, so buyers did step up a little bit. So Nike might be a little bit tough to take right here, guys. So I guess keep an eye on it. Not a huge fan of that, though. Next up is TSIM, so semiconductor, tower semiconductor, gapping up into some resistance. So I'm not a huge fan of this. We got multiple pivots up here. We got this moving average. So this thing's going to need to do some work before I'm interested in it. So not going to be really watching this one until it gets up to the 4150 area. So next up we have Tesla. So Tesla's gapping up over this green bar, a little bit extended on the hourly chart. You see here we're up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 green bars in a row. So gapping up into this $100, $200 area. I mean, so if it can get over the 201, like basically high of the day at this point, pre-market high of the day, then maybe we like it. But pulling in pretty good right now, so kind of a backup idea. Roku, I really like this one over the $68 area. Gets over this spot, it's clearing all this pivot right here, all these moving averages, all that junk. Should have room to about, I don't know, $70 if we get over that area. So keep an eye on the Roku over high of the day at this point. So, and last but not least on the long list is Marathon Digital Holdings. So this one has to get over $9. Won't even consider getting in under $9. It's got the 200 period moving average right here. It is a little bit extended on this hourly chart, so I'm going to stay patient with the Mara, but I do like it. It has been strong. It is an area where it could break out and keep going, so keep an eye on it. So as always, if you guys have any stocks you're looking at, trading, anything like that, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. We will look right at it. Usually you guys have some pretty decent ideas, so always like to make sure I'm on top of those. So far, we're getting a market that's pulling in right here. Not really a surprise. I mean, we were up quite a few red bar or green bars to end the day yesterday, so gapping down a little bit into this little bit of junk. Like I said, guys, I think it's going to be a choppy day. I think it's going to be narrow range. It's going to be choppy. I'm already coming back from a break of more than like 3 days. I'm already reducing my frequency. I'm going to take things a little bit slower just to get back in the rhythm of trading and stuff. So even without the FOMC day, I was planning on having a pretty quiet day. So FOMC just kind of doubles down on that. So we are going to be looking for trades, obviously. I mean, that's what we're here for. But I'm not going to be rushing into anything. I'm not going to rush into any of these ideas. I mean, look at Ollie. This thing's already just done, basically. It's done $5 a day. Average days 2. That's just not what you want to see in a stock. Very choppy and whippy. CVNA. Honestly, CVNA doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it needs to get over that 1050 area. Already a little bit of a range concern. So, they updated my scripts. Now I got like a bunch of decimals in here. Interesting. All right. The wolf, whatever, wolf. Doesn't look too bad. Not a ton of range left, and it is at that support, so we'll be kind of hesitant on that one. LAZR looks good lower. I'm saying, like I said, under $7, I like it. Nike's moving down here. Not a ton of range, and again, this one's kind of at support as well. Not kind of at support. It is at support. Look at this hourly chart. We got the 200. We got 1, 2, 3 pivots at 122. So gonna be tough to take that one as well. Hey, what's up, Casey? What's up, Ahmed? I'm not following. Oh, there we go. What is up? I'm trading some Etsy. What do I expect for FOMC today? Well, I expect JWoww to blab his mouth and move the markets. Is that? I think I'm gonna be right about that. But no, I think we get a 25 basis point increase. I don't think they're gonna do the 0.5. But honestly, I feel like a 25 basis point increase is already kind of baked into the market. So it'll really be about the sentiment of like what he's talking about, how he says it. You know how the markets like to dig into that. Well, his tone of voice was a little bit different this time. It's like, okay. But no, I think 25 basis points, honestly, where it sends the market. I mean, we are up quite a few days, so it could, I'm leaning towards the bearish side on FOMC. I think we could break down a little bit, maybe retest the 392, come back to the 200 period moving average. ran up here, kind of into this trend line, almost there. So maybe we peekaboo and try to touch 400, but ultimately I think the FOMC leads to some bearishness. But let's check out that Etsy for you, KT. You're getting in long, 114. So you're just getting in right up here. Stop loss of 108. So under the gap, under the 200 period moving average, not bad. And then target of 121. So I would be a little bit mindful. This is still in a downtrend. You see, I mean, it did just break out of the downtrend, so it may come back and retest that 108 area before getting it going again. This is in like an early stage 2. Like you see, I was in that stage 4, down, down, down. And we found the bottom, stage 1. And we put in a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we did not put in a higher low. It broke this pivot, so it's putting in a lower low right here. So a little bit of a bearish sign. You do have a pretty solid target. Target's right up here in this area of this little pivot area, like 120. So yeah, the hourly chart looks a lot better than the daily. The hourly chart, you should have room up to about 121. But yeah, not sold on the bullishness of this one just yet. Bitcoin, oof, Bitcoin. I don't know about Bitcoin. Wait, hold on let me go through this list real fast, and I'll give my 2 cents about Bitcoin. So don't see much right now, guys. You can watch Wolf lower, but again, at some support, so not a huge fan. Laser doesn't look bad. LAZR does not look bad. Keep an eye on that one. It broke the $7 mark, so I want to watch the laser. Nike's going to be tough to go short. I'm probably not trading that short. Guys, Tesla doesn't look bad higher. Markets are kind of just chopping around, like as expected. Tesla's looking the same as the SPY and the Qs, but keep an eye on that thing for sure. Roku's looking weak. There's Mara, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not looking too bad. So I'm going to throw Mara on the list. Replace Ollie. Ollie's not looking that great. So there we go. And then CVNA, honestly, probably not going to be watching this one really. But actually, I'm going to take Nike off the list because I'm not trading Nike, guys. It's just not probably going to happen. So I will watch Tesla instead of Nike. There we go. All right, then Bitcoin. Man, Bitcoin's been. I guess this chart doesn't have volume. Which one of these Bitcoin charts has volume? You guys know? That's what I want to see. Yeah, this is it. Here we go. See this big move up, and there's like no volume. That's a bit of a concern to me. I mean, it is strong. It is breaking out of this area. So, but I think we get a pullback on Bitcoin, at least to the $25,000 mark. I mean, there's definitely a volume divergence right here. Like price is going up, volume's kind of going down. So let's see what you're looking at here. Ascending triangle. Oh, whoa. What happened? There we go. Ascending triangle. What are you looking at? The 15-minute on Bitcoin? Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's not a bad pattern, but I would just be a little bit worried about the volume. Hourly chart doesn't look too bad. Ascending triangle, I definitely see what you're seeing, what you're looking at over like 28.7. But I would just be a little bit mindful. This is extended. This daily chart's extended. It's up here quite a bit. Volume is not really supporting another move higher, and we are getting into this $30,000 area. See here, there's some buyers and sellers here. We have some tug of war going on. Ultimately, the sellers won. So once you get back up to this $30,000 area, expect some sellers to be in there, guys. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the hourly chart, it is forming an ascending triangle, but be mindful of the volume, of how extended it is, and this area 30,000 over there. So yeah, nice chart you got here though. Kamud, nice post. You're all boosted for you. There you go. Nice. Okay, let's get back to the old list here. Y'all check out XELA in just 1 second. Let me review my list, make sure I don't have anything popping off right here. Because I want to keep an eye on the Mara. It could be solid for a day trade. We'll see. CVNA's pulling in pretty good. Wolf, meh. LAZR, watch it. Watch is probably one of the best. It's the best short idea we got right now. LAZR, best short idea. Tesla's pulling in now. All right, none of those ideas are very good. So let's check out XELA. Also, are you day trading this underbroke, or are you swing trading it? What's your expectation here? Because right now, what is this? Tech services company. She's doing pretty good volume for the most part. It's down quite a bit. You're going long as like a swing trade, trying to like buy it at support. I would wait until after earnings. That's one thing. I mean, it has earnings today. Yeah, after the market closes today, it has earnings. So, I mean, unless you have some sort of insider information about what the earnings are going to look like, I would wait until after earnings. And then one more thing I would do is wait for this thing to make a higher high. Like it kind of made a higher high here, but then it's right back down. So if it gets back up into this 0.8 area and pulls back to maybe a 0.6 or something, then you might get in it. But right now, it really hasn't done much to convince. It really hasn't shown a lot of signs of bullishness. Just kind of heading down, heading down. We're finally starting to get into this stage one, this early stage one, where it's finally starting to have a bottom, getting some equal lows. So you can see like right here, when it was stage 4, it just kept making lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we're finally starting to get into this area where it's making some equal lows. So I would wait for a little bit more confirmation. It might be triggering a pattern for you right now. I'm not exactly sure what your trading plan is, but I would wait until after earnings at the very least to get into this thing long. But yeah, not a bad. Definitely in a stage 1. Definitely early, maybe an early transition into like a stage 2 or something. So I'm not sure what this stock does. Interesting stock. What is this? Excella Technologies. What do they do? Transactions, information management. Based out of Texas. All right. Look at that. So it's not an ADR. That's good. Yeah, I might just wait. At least wait until after earnings. Might wait for a little more confirmation on the long side. So, I mean, Tesla's pulling in real good. Of course, man. Of course. If you have any other questions or anything, just make sure you're getting them out there. Well, look at that, guys. A choppy start to the day. Red bar, green bar, red bar. Markets are looking a little bit lower right here, though. Looking like we're going to break down under like the 398 area. Would like to get a short idea, but not seeing much on the table. LAZR is the only thing that I'm kind of interested in. But I mean, it's down 3 bars in a row, so I need some rest. All right. ETNB is going to be very tough to trade. I mean, just the range concern, where it's at. Not really for me. Mare is pulling in pretty good. Just peekaboo right over that 200 period moving average. It's right back down. CVNA, same thing. Not really doing much. Looking weak. Tesla completely rolled over. Guys, I was afraid it would be a boring day. And I mean, 15 minutes in, it's not looking too hot. But I mean, sitting on hands is never a bad. Not I don't want to say never a bad position because sometimes it is not the best position, but sometimes sitting on hands is the best position. Sometimes not taking a trade is the best thing you can do for your account. Just stay out of trouble. Right now, there's nothing that even looks close to. I mean, I guess I don't want to say that. LAZR doesn't look too bad, but it needs some work. It still has about half its range left, so it has that going for it. Keep an eye on it. That is my top watch here. LAZR. Otherwise, honestly, this list does not look good. LAZR is the only idea. It's the only idea I got. Roku, you can watch Roku if it gets back up towards high of the day. It's going to have to get back to that high of the day, though. 66.42, 60, yeah. If it gets back up here, I'll watch it, but right now, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of much here, guys. ETNB, yeah, the range is an issue here, guys. It's really not gapping on earnings or anything. It's already up 41%. Oof. 41% move today with the gap. So a little bit hesitant to take that. A little bit cautious that, like, how much more does it have in it, you know? It is trading into a void, so it does have that going for it, but yeah, no patterns on it even. So if it was putting in like a textbook breakout, I might consider it, but like there's no patterns on this right now. So like I said, just stay patient. Just stay patient. Qs are at high of the day. SPY is not. So a little bit of a divergence in the markets. Just more chop. Oh my goodness. Wow. Red, green, red. Now we're getting another green. So very, very choppy. There's ETNB peekabooing right over that resistance and pulling right back down. All right. Well, did you guys have a good week while I was gone? It looks like the markets were kind of bummy, low key. When did I leave? I was gone Thursday. So Thursday wasn't bad. Thursday, nice bullishness to start the day. Friday looked pretty bad. Inside day. Monday looked pretty bad. Another inside day. Tuesday had that mega gap up, but it was like it just chopped around, very narrow range, so not a lot of direction on Tuesday. And now Wednesday, FOMC minutes, another very choppy day. So looks like it's been pretty choppy the last week or so. Looks like it's been pretty choppy. Did you guys do a good job of navigating the markets? Stay out of trouble. Follow your trading plan. All right. Guys, yeah, Tesla looks like junk, honestly. Let's see, all these stocks look like junk. What's the fat man doing? Amazon's nothing. Apple is strong. Keep an eye on Apple potentially. Microsoft is pretty choppy. Facebook, same. Nvidia is strong. So Nvidia has some relative strength. Keep an eye on that one potentially. All right. Well, I'm about to go back to bed, guys. This was fun. Oh, man. This is going to be a very choppy day. What do you guys think we're doing for FOMC? I told you, I think we're doing the 25 basis point increase. I think it will cause some bearishness in the market. Just from a technical analysis standpoint. Like we've bounced, we've ran up at an area of resistance. It's got some moving averages, so I think we're kind of due for a pullback. So I think the market's gonna chop around. Maybe we pop up and retest 400 during FOMC, but ultimately I think we end up heading lower. Oh man. Guys, watch LAZR still. This is really the only stock that I'm kind of interested in. LAZR short. Right now it would be about a 16-cent stop. So pretty good stop loss actually. We're gonna need this about 650 for full 2R. Now keep an eye on the LAZR. It's my top watch, especially the way the markets are putting in these topping tails. SPY can't get up to the high of the day. Q's got up there, but now it's putting in a big topping tail. So, yeah, definitely leaning towards the short side right now. I'm liking the LAZR. It's top short idea. Like I said, it would be 1686 by 702. That's what we're looking at right now. Only idea that I really am watching here, guys. FOMC days kind of suck, honestly. Like, this is not a fun environment for trading right here. Like, yesterday was already a narrow range day. We only did $4 a range on the SPY. And now we're going to have an inside day on that? Oh, that's ugly. That is not a good market environment. Oh, man. You guys watching anything right now for day trading? Got any ideas on the day trading list? Because I really don't. I have a backup idea, UNP. Suppose you can watch it, but it's not doing much for volume. So that's a bit concerning. Some of these long ideas. NVIDIA doesn't look too bad. Amazon doesn't look good. GameStop doesn't look good. Intel it's just tough to trade Intel. I mean, it's putting in the buy setup on the daily chart. You can see here, ran up, came down right at that 50% retracement. So it's bouncing in the right area. Should have room up to about 29, maybe 29.30. So you can watch Intel, but it's not my favorite idea just because, I mean, where it stopped, if this was a higher high, like if it went up here, broke the 200, came up, and then pulled back, I would like it a lot more. But I mean, there's definitely some selling pressure up in this $29 to $30 area. So just be mindful of that if you're trading Intel. I'll add them to the list because we don't have much else. There's LAZR breaking down. That's not a pattern for me, guys. 3 bars down, you get one rest bar, and then just keeps going down. Like, not for me. Could have maybe got in on this 1 minute sell setup right here. Down. Getting like right 696, 711, 15-cent stop. Down 15 cents. Oh man, I'm kind of tired, man. I'll tell you what, vacations, you know what they say, vacations make you lazy. And that could not be more true, dude. I had trouble waking up this morning. I was like, man, I want to go back on vacation. Shit's nice, dude. Relaxing. Ain't gotta work. Gotta get back in the grind. So Wolf is down quite a bit. Kind of forming a bit of a breakdown, whatever, but not a big fan of it. Still at some support right here. You can see this pivot in the $850 area. Dude, the time change, yeah, no doubt. That 2-hour time difference makes a big change. Yeah, I was tempted a few times, like on Friday and Monday. I was like, man, should I wake up, watch the market? But I'm like, I'm not gonna trade from my phone. I hate doing that. It's awful. I don't mind managing positions from my phone, but like trying to day trade or trying to like pick an entry on my phone is just not good. You don't have as many charts. You don't have as many features and stuff. So don't like to do that. And then the second part of it was the market opened at 6:30. Oh, and kudos to anybody living in the West Coast that wakes up that early to trade the markets. Kudos to you, man. I love the Central Time. Market opens at 8:30. It's perfect, dude. It is perfect. I feel like 9:30 on the East Coast. I feel like that's getting a little bit late. Like I guess it'd be nice to sleep in an extra hour, but I don't know. At a certain point, you want to get up a little bit early. You don't want to be waking up, getting your day started at 9:30. Then you're trading until like 11. So like your day's kind of gone by the time you're done trading. Not gone, but like it's just you don't have as much time, I suppose. But yeah, 6:30 too early. 7:30 Mountain Time. I don't know. That might not be too bad. I don't think I would mind a 7:30 open. I would have to get up a little bit earlier, which would not be fun. But like I said, dude, 8:30 Central Time. It is the best. I'm a huge fan. Just is the perfect time to start your day. I sit down at my desk about 7:30. Wake up at like 6 to 6:30. So it's like it's just a good time to wake up. Anything earlier than that is just getting early. Anything later than that is just you're wasting time. I feel like so. If you're not living in the Midwest, you need to. No, I'm kidding. Midwest is the best. You know what isn't the best is this freaking list. Ugh. Guys, look at the market right now. Like down, up, down, up, down. Like not a fan. Yeah, you Central Time. Oh yeah, Central Time. Wait, which were you guys? I don't know where you're from. No few of you from Missouri. No, Zap is from like North Carolina, I believe. We do have some people in LA. I know that's right, John Will, man. Every time I see him in the chat room, I'm like, hey, kudos to you, brother. It's early over there. It's early. Guys, honestly, I hate to say it. I really do, but I'm not liking this list at all. I think this might be a sit on hands day. Wolf kind of forming a breakdown, but then let's look at the daily chart. You have doubled the average trading range. You can see up here, average trading range is 44 cents. We've done 93 cents today. So that's tough. That's tough. LAZR. This one still has range. Still has about 30 cents of range left. So this is the only thing that I'm really watching at all is LAZR. But we're going to need a pattern. I mean, it's basically been straight down all morning. So maybe you can base it up here at 677. Give it the 25 cent stop's kind of a lot. Maybe 20 cent stop. don't know. That's one of my only ideas right now is LAZR. Nike's not looking good. TSN, no. And all of these. Suppose you can watch Intel. Intel doesn't look too bad. Needs some more rest up here. But yeah, you can keep an eye on the Intel. I'll throw it up on my list here. Intel, Tesla's looking pretty mediocre at this point. Everything else is pretty mediocre. You can keep an eye on Nvidia. It definitely is strong. Definitely has some relative strength. So that's it got that going for it. But it is getting into a little bit of a range concern. A little bit extended here on this hourly chart. So be mindful of those things. And be mindful that the market literally is probably not going anywhere today. Like this is, I mean, shit, we're 30 minutes into the day and we've done 80 cents in range, dude. 80 cents in range, and we are over 30 minutes into the day. If this isn't chop, I don't know what it is. Like, this is just ugly. Whew. Back to bed. This is a put you to sleep type of market. Man, what are the odds we do a 0.5 basis point increase? Does anybody know? We got some stats on that. Let's see. 0.25 versus 0.5. We want some news. Yeah, it says more likely to stick to the 25 basis point hike. Not seeing much news about the 0.5 basis point. All right. Oh, Nvidia has some, or not Nvidia, Investopedia has 5 things to know before the market opens now. That's sweet. That's pretty sweet. You guys see this? Fed's big decision due on interest rates today. Widely anticipating the 25 basis point increase. Nike beats, GameStop reports profits. Nice. Yeah, that GME was, what a gap. Sold off quite a bit right off the open. It's called profit taking. How many meme stockers woke up this morning just giddy as hell? Like, oh, my GameStop position is finally back up 53%. Back when I bought it last year in 2022, I can finally sell it for break even. How many people do you think are still holding this thing at 80 bucks? 60 to $80? Oof. I don't think it will ever get back up to that point. Well, I know. $80? This company is not that good. Beat earnings this time, but yeah, I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on the GameStop. We got any hodlers in here? Any hodlers in the chat room? Diamond hands? Not me. Look at that ETB just peekaboos over that resistance and pulls back every time. Because Intel doesn't look too bad. Needs some more rest. I don't want to see it go right here. SoFi for day trade or swing trade. For swing trading purposes, this is not bad. I mean, see, it's in that stage 3, put in the stage 4. Now it's in the stage 1, very early stage 2. So it's putting in a higher low right here. Just putting an equal high, putting in a higher low right at the 200 period moving average. So for like a long-term trade, I would wait a little more confirmation, wait for it to break above 830, break these pivots, put in another higher low, and then maybe get in there. But getting in right here is a little bit aggressive. A little aggressive. You got a trend line here as well we're dealing with, so a little bit aggressive right here, but definitely on the radar for a swing trade, on the radar for a core trade. So yeah, I do like SoFi. It's on a couple of my watch lists, I believe. Yeah, it's on the JNL 500. It's on the top watch now as well. Well, top watch. I need to redo the top watch. I haven't updated it this week, but yeah, not bad at all. Definitely in that early stage 2. I mean, stage 1 right now, early stage 2. So keep an eye on it. Some of these other banking stocks not helping it out at all. SVB, that's IVB, my bad. This thing got taken off, didn't it? Wow, I didn't even realize. Got delisted. Good. They just announced FDI insurance for $2 million. Who, SoFi did, or like the whole FDIC? That would be crazy. I mean, what was it at? 250,000. So if they raise it to 2 million, gee, that's almost like a 900% increase or something like that. Gee, that'd be nuts. Wouldn't surprise me though. They're just gonna print more money. If they don't have the money, they just make more. Just turn on the printing press. Oof. Guys, you can still watch the Mara over high today. Still has some range left. But like I said, be mindful of this market, man. Be mindful of the markets. I would not be in any position whenever the FOMC comes out. So right at 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, I would manage out of my positions. I am not currently in anything. I don't see anything that I like. Yeah, man. Kind of an as expected day, as advertised. LAZR just doesn't want to give me a pattern. I mean, it's weak. It's been weak all morning, but there's nowhere to get in for me. No breakouts or sell setups or anything like that. So tough. Intel just keeps moving on up. And Nike looks higher right here, actually. Forming a little bit of a wedge buy setup here. So, but again, that's not really for me. It's got the resistance right up here. So yeah, no, I'm good. Dude, I'm so tired. God, I need to. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm about to go get another espresso shot, man. Wow. A vacation made me super sleepy. I did not go on vacation again. Whew. All right. Guys, we're still in that 80-cent range on the SPY. Over 40 minutes into the day, and we are having 80-cent range on the SPY. That is wild. That's crazy, man. Thinking about doing like a straddle. Buy a put, buy a call on the SPY, during FOMC and just let it ride. It's a little bit tempting. You expect if it's going to be in this tight of a range, I probably will end up doing that. Probably end up buying a put in a call, get a straddle position in here. But we'll see. I'll probably be live in the Discord too, live on one of the voice channels for FOMC as well. Just because, why not? You know, I'll be live in the voice channel, talking about it, watching it go. It's gonna go. That's FOMC right there. You bought a straddle last time in the FOMC? What was the last FOMC day? What was it? Was it this? I don't know. Let me see. You guys know what the last FOMC day was? What day that was? The date? You guys got it? Nope. So, January 31st, March 1st. So here it is, Wednesday the 1st. Let's go to the time. Here we are. All right. Man, look at that. What was the range before FOMC? So we had the $2.60 range that day. And then FOMC happened and we had a $11 day. Whew. So yeah, the last FOMC meeting was bullish. The last one ended up putting in some tails and ripping higher. So yeah, buying a straddle, like a 404 straddle on that one would have paid out. Thinking about buying like a 398 straddle, maybe 399. So I don't think you can do half numbers on the SPY, can you? Yeah, no, you gotta buy a whole number, so. Yeah. Keep an eye on that straddle. That's not a bad idea. Especially as long as you're practicing proper money management, especially. Yeah. Like I said, I'm leaning towards the bear side, but honestly, if this thing ripped higher and broke out of 400, that wouldn't be a surprise to me. 8 million. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I had to take care of the doggo. Guys, I've been saying it all morning, and I think I'm about to just confirm it right now that this is not a day where day trading is a good idea. If there's just not any positions out there. If you got LAZR, like maybe you have a new trading plan somewhere to get in this, but there's no patterns for me, so I'm not trading it. It's the best looking thing out, but there's no patterns. So Intel's rolling over now. That was quick. Nike's not looking like my entire list is just very, very mediocre. The markets are really ugly. So an extremely choppy day in the SPY and the Qs. Maybe you can watch NVIDIA higher, but 15 minutes extended up here. I didn't need to chop around for quite a while for me to get into this. About a $2 stop, so you're going to get an extra $4 out of that thing. So a little bit tough. Probably just a sit on hands day for me. Did you guys trade anything so far? You guys got any positions open? Oh, didn't even do that. You guys got any open positions? Kudos to you if you do, man. I did not have the gonads to take anything today. I think that's honestly in my best interest. The only thing that looks like it's working is this Intel. Maybe you get in like a 2-minute sell setup right here, like I was saying earlier, like a 13, maybe 15 cent stop. So you'd be down right at 2R about. But, I mean, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. Oh man. Goog more. Are you saying good morning, or you want me to look at Goog in the morning? Goog morning to you as well, Farhan. Trading Goog? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days up. Not doing anything with this. Got some rounded top up here with some topping tails. So this buy setup looks like it's going to come up to 105, 106 and roll over. Good. Yeah, good morning as well, my man. A choppy morning, that's for dang sure. 45 minutes into the day, and we're still in that 80-cent range. That might be like the most narrow. If we, it looks like we're gonna expand this range a little bit, but man, it's gonna be one of the tiniest range hourly bars that we have on the chart. There's only a few of them that are under $2. We're liking some AMD. AMD is pretty strong. Had a nice move up. Now it's putting in a solid consolidation, so yeah, not bad. Does have this pivot up here at 99.50. A little bit of a pivot at 99.50, but not bad. I'm not really day trading anything today. I mean, look at the market, sloppy, and it's going to keep doing this until FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock. And once it hits that, then who knows what happens. So, like I said, just not a great environment for day trading. Not the best. As always, maybe if you guys, I don't know what your trading plan is exactly, but if you see stocks that meet your criteria, and they don't have anything to do with FOMC, or you don't have anything to do with FOMC in your plan, maybe it works for you. I don't know, but just make sure you are practicing proper money management. You do not want to be in a short stock when the market rips higher, and vice versa for a long stock if it goes lower. So, are you looking at AMD on a swing? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Definitely strong. Definitely in this stage 2, kind of early still, but higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So honestly, if it pulled back into this 92 to really the $90 area, that'd be a little bit better. It needs a little more correction. You see what I'm saying? It either needs to do this, pull back again, and then go, or it needs to do this and just kind of hang out here for a little bit longer and then go. But either way, I would like to see a little bit more of a correction on AMD. Because yeah, no, this is one of my top watches on the swing side for sure. It's been strong. It's in that stage 2, so I really do like AMD quite a bit. Up to 112. Yeah, I mean the pivot is right at 110. I mean this thing has room to like 120. If you mean really realistically, it could go to 160. I mean this is a strong stock, putting a strong base. I'd like it to get over 110 for like a long-term position, but yeah, 112 is definitely an area where I think it's going to be getting within the next couple months. But like I said, I'd like to see a little more correction, a little more of the flag. Yeah, see that. Yeah, if it just, I'd like to see like maybe 1 or 2 more days on this flag. But yeah, no, definitely looks good over and right at that whole number two, $100. So once it gets over 100, should have a nice little pop up to 110, 108 maybe. So yeah, AMD is one of my top swing ideas. That's a solid idea, Farhad. Good stuff. And what's some other? I think you were trading that Netflix, weren't you? I believe Netflix short. That's kind of bouncing off that trend line. So not looking too bad just yet. If it gets above this pivot at like 315, I'd be a little more concerned. But until it does that, and it's got the trend line on this hourly chart too. So when we break down into that trend line at like 300, I think could be looking solid. Yes, I think you got in like right at the 310 area. So I don't remember exactly where your stop was, but might lower the stop down to like 317. And if it breaks down to 300 again, put it at break even, and just kind of trail it down to he said like 260 or something like that. I wouldn't have my target past the 200 period moving average, so 268 would be like my target there. So entries at 310, yeah. Yeah, so if it breaks that trend line, gets going down, probably move your stop to break even and be all right. All right, got a big bullish move on the SPYs, breaking out here. My list continues to be terrible. And that LAZR is weak today. Oof. Like I said, no entries for me on there. I don't see anything that I missed, so it is what it is. But end up if you liked it. So it does have range, but I'm gonna stay patient here. Nike's looking like junk. Tesla, same. TSM, same. Roku, Ollie. Everything's looking pretty bad. You can watch Nvidia higher potentially, but then again, if you look at the markets, we just put in 2 major green bars, and Nvidia is chopping around at high of the day. So all the relative strength that it did have is now in question. So I guess it's already 9:25 or 10:25 Eastern time. So I'm gonna be hopping off here in a few minutes, guys. It's been quite a lackluster morning. Not a lot going on, but I mean it's FOMC day, so it's kind of expected. Like I've been preaching, make sure you guys are managing your positions properly. I personally would not be holding anything in any day trades. The swing trade is different, but I would not be holding any day trades through the FOMC meeting. It's just you're asking to get whipped around, you're asking for slippage, so be mindful of that. But yeah, otherwise, it's been a pretty boring day. Other than the LAZR, I really nothing even like worked. LAZR was very weak. A really nice gap under $7. Did say watch under 7. High of the day by low of the day right off the bat would have just gotten too hard. All right, guys, I'm gonna be calling it a day here though. I'll give you guys a few minutes to get any questions out there. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns, throw them up there. Otherwise, I'm gonna be calling it a day. See what Bitcoin's up to. Still hanging out. Ethereum. Oh man. Honestly, I feel like Ethereum kind of looks better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's extended, dude. Like this thing is ripped way high. That thing definitely needs some rest. Ethereum's kind of already rested. It went higher, now it's just kind of resting right at an area of support, at an area of resistance, kind of. So, yeah, Ethereum up to about 2,000 doesn't look too bad. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, oh, there we go. We got a last minute stock here, AMC. This is another one of those meme stocks, so I'm always a little bit hesitant to swing trade these. But I mean, it is at a little bit of support. I really would have liked this to make a higher low here. The fact that it broke this pivot and had to retest this is a little bit of a bullish sign or bearish sign. So I would definitely be waiting on this. I don't think I'm getting in there just yet. And I would like to see it hold the 200 period moving average, make some consistent higher highs with higher lows before I'm into that thing. So really hasn't done anything to show me that it's a bullish stock just yet. And you're looking at Intel green going. Well, for day trading, yeah, like I said with Intel, this is right at this trend line. Right there. You see, that's right where we're at. It's right, I mean, doesn't look like it on the 5 minute because of pre-market, but right at that area of resistance here. So, I mean, it's not a bad buy setup on the daily chart, though. Like I said, ran up, did run into resistance, and pulled back to the 50 period moving average, right at a whole number, right at that 50% retracement. So it's not bad for day trading. I didn't really like any entries here. You could have maybe argued to get in 28.70, use like a 14-cent stop. I mean, it would have tagged you out on the penny though. You would have been up almost 1 hour. But yeah, I didn't really like much. Not getting in over this red bar. It's not a buy setup. So just missed the breakouts, missed the resistance you're talking about. Yeah, that trend line resistance is there, so be mindful of that. But yeah, it did. I mean, it definitely did break out, and the SPY definitely looked like it could break out too here. I mean, I didn't predict that obviously, but looking at it objectively right here, it's like, well, it looks higher, definitely. So yeah, but then again, I mean, Intel really hasn't ripped with the market. I mean, market's up. This is like the fourth green bar in a row, all wide range, and Intel just kind of grinding a little bit higher. And honestly, I was a little bit hesitant on Intel because I mean, I got greedy with this thing earlier, guys. Was it this trade from last Wednesday, a week ago today? I traded some Intel pretty poorly. Just got anxious, got triggered into this buy setup, and just immediately tagged out. I mean, at that point, it was up what 5-6 days in a row. So yeah, I mean, it is, like I said, it's definitely a strong stock, definitely trending in the right direction. At that 50 period or 50% retracement looks really nice. So it's got some good things going for it. But for day trading, and you had an FOMC and stuff, I was like, I'm not going to push the button if I don't need to, you know? So yeah, you could have argued to get in 28.70 with about a 14-15 cent stop. I wouldn't harp you for it, but it had some issues to not, you know. So there's some give and take. But, all right, as always, guys, make sure you're practicing that proper money management. I'm gonna call it a day here. If you are in any trades, again, one last time, FOMC minutes today at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. It will shake up the market. So be careful, be mindful. This is what happened last time we had FOMC minutes. This is what happened. Just chop day, and then as soon as at that 2 o'clock hit, you're just getting a lot of whip, a lot of back and forth action. If you're long, you probably would have got tagged out of this. If you're short, you're definitely getting tagged out of that. So, yeah, just be mindful of that, guys. Make sure you're protecting your account. It's the only way you're going to make it in this business. So, and like I said earlier, I am going to be in the Discord voice channel during the FOMC announcement. So if you're bored and you just want to chat it up, hop in the Discord. I will be there. So until tomorrow, take care, guys. I will see you then. Have a good day.